Hello everybody, my name is Kieran from The Checkpoint, the only gaming channel that can bend a Nokia. So, over the weekend I visited Eurogamer in London and I managed to play quite a few games including Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer, which is pretty cool. Eurogamer itself as an event was a very fun event. I managed to meet up with a few friends that I'd never met before, which is a pretty fun time. They sort of stayed with me and we travelled together and it was all a pretty funny time and it was good meeting them. Also met a few YouTubers, Vicstar, Syndicate, managed to talk to Syndicate for a couple of minutes, which is pretty cool. Managed to get a photo of him, got him to sign a few things, as the average peasant does when they meet YouTubers. Also met kind of as I said, Vicstar, Oakelfish, Cal Freezy, Roadshore, people like that. So it's really cool to kind of meet YouTubers and kind of see the gaming community as a whole in one big room. But today I'm going to be talking about Advanced Warfare multiplayer because I did manage to play it at the event for about 20 minutes. I only managed to play 2 games of Team Deathmatch. It's a little bit disappointing. I kind of wanted to play some uplink or domination or hard points, things like that. But I only managed to play 2 games of Team Deathmatch, which is fine. I got a good enough taste of the game. And I have to say, I was very impressed with it. I was kind of worried at the start when I was kind of looking at all the trailers. I'm thinking, God, those people are dying really fast. This is going to be like Ghost, isn't it? But having played the game, I can say that the time to kill is slower than I thought it was. It's definitely more similar to Black Ops 2 than it is Ghost. It felt more like Black Ops 2, shooting people, dying. It was all very, very similar. I've been playing Black Ops 2 recently, and it kind of felt very similar to that. The way you kill people, the way you die, the amount of health you have. Obviously, the amount of health you have is the same in every Call of Duty. It's just the guns that do more or less damage in each game. So, I say it's kind of in between, but more closer to Black Ops 2. That's the time to kill. So you can expect that to be similar to Black Ops 2. So when people are kind of practicing for Advanced Warfare before it comes out, I think a lot of people will be playing Black Ops 2 because the game as a whole did feel similar to that. Now, for the weapons, I managed to mainly use 2 weapons. One of them was the HBR A3, I believe it's called. This is one of the your standard assault rifles. It kind of had a decent fire rate. I think the first 3 bullets fired faster or something like that. And then the fire rate was pretty, just a standard fire rate that you have. Wasn't too slow, wasn't too fast, it was just kind of average. The damage was pretty good as well, so it's just kind of like your average assault rifle, kind of like your MTAR from Black Ops 1. That's what it felt like. There was a bit of recoil, but the recoil was just straight up, and it was pretty easy to control. At long range engagements I did have to burst fire it, but short to medium range and sort of medium to long I was able to kill people quite quickly and quite easily without having to worry about the recoil too much. I also used the KF5 submachine gun, which is kind of like a baby between the Vector from Black Ops 2 and the MP5K from Black Ops 1. That's what it felt like to me. There was a bit of recoil to it, which you can obviously expect from a submachine gun, but on the close short to medium range engagements, it did feel very, very good. Obviously the recoil wasn't too much of an issue there. Now, I can say that because I managed to play 2 of the maps. One of them was Riot, which is kind of your longer range map. You have quite a few long range sight lines on here. You can go on quite a few roofs as well. It reminded me of a map from Call of Duty 4. I'm not too sure what it was. It might have been Crossfire, but there's another one, the one where you can like shoot the turrets from the buildings. It reminded me of that. You can sort of jump on a few roofs and you can get a lot of sight lines on people. So I think that'll be a popular map for sniping, and the roofs themselves weren't that good of a sort of a camping area, which is a very good thing. A lot of people, obviously in previous CODs, would just camp up on the roof for ages, but there wasn't really many railings or kind of boxes to hide behind on the roof, so you're pretty out in the open if you were on the roof. So that is kind of a good balance between a good vantage point but being out in the open, so that was a good balance there. So the roofs, people on the roof sniping or whatever weren't too annoying. Now, about the sniping, I managed to get a few snipes. I kind of was halfway through my last Team Deathmatch, and I figured I'd use a sniper just to try it out. I used MORS. Now, I couldn't really get a true feel for sniping since aim assist is turned off. I believe we played on kind of some PC build, but with Xbox One controllers. The snipers themselves, it did feel quite smooth. I'm not sure how it would feel in the actual game, obviously, because I didn't have aim assist. But from what I felt, it was pretty fun. And it wasn't too easy either, which that obviously maybe due to aim assist.
Sorry about that, guys.
Probably was.
I had to cough.
It kind of felt similar to Black Ops 2, but a little bit harder. Obviously, never good. Maybe I'm coming down with something. But anyway, I was talking about sniping on the map Riot, and I was talking about that aim assist and how it felt quite smooth, and I was pretty pleased about that. Now, the maps themselves, I did talk about Riot, about how it's a kind of a long-range map. There's a few, obviously, you kind of go into this kind of the middle of the map. There's lots of kind of like prison cells. That's a shorter to medium-range kind of your engagement, so you can rush on this map, and then kind of the outskirts. Imagine map as a circle. The outside of the circle is where you're going to find your long-range sight lines, and in the center of the map, you can sort of use shotguns and SMGs quite effectively. Now, talking of shotguns, I didn't actually use the shotgun. I used the RW1 pistol, which is that one-shot kill pistol you may have seen in a few of the trailers, and I was very, very happy with it. I mean, I was walking around, running around the map. I was using it on right, actually, in the middle of the map, like I was talking about, and I was just one-shotting people for days. I was just kind of striking around corners with a sight. I had a red dot sight kind of thing on it, almost like a millimeter scammer MMS from Black Ops 2. I'm not sure if that's a default attachment for it, or if it actually had a red dot sight attachment on it. I wasn't too sure, I didn't really pay attention to that. But I had a red dot sight on it, whether it's default or not, and it was very, very effective. I managed to kill people, obviously, very, very quick since it's one hit kill weapon, and it was pretty easy to use as well. I didn't really try it at medium to long range. I'd imagine it's not very good, since it's a pistol and it'll be hard to aim. It'll kind of be like trying to use a sniper with very, very low zoom. Kind of like the iron sights. I didn't manage to use snipers with iron sights. That didn't really come across my mind. We didn't have that long to kind of create classes up, and I just wanted to set my basic class up, kind of put the best perks on there. If I could recommend one thing for this game, and you're gonna hate it when I say this, but put toughness on. And that's one thing I didn't want to have to say, which is kind of unfortunate. I wanted flinch to just be the same across all people within the game. So I think flinch is one of the biggest factors when it comes to gun-on-gun gunfights. That if you flinch and you don't have toughness, you're basically going to lose the gunfights regardless of your skill. So I think toughness is definitely going to be one of those perks that everybody has to have, which is a shame, but I don't mind using it. There will be some people that don't use it, so I guess I'm in an what did I just say? Advantageous position, because I'm going to have toughness all the time, and I recommend that you guys do too. And as for the perks, I didn't really have a close look at the perks. I have done a video on the perks, but I just kind of focus on getting toughness on there. Obviously, there's no dead silence within the game, which I didn't really notice too much. I didn't really hear that many footsteps of people, and I don't know why. They have massive suits on them, but I didn't really manage to hear the footsteps. I did have big headphones on that they supplied us with at the event, and I didn't really manage to kind of hear any footsteps or people shouting or anything. So maybe it's not that big of a factor when it comes to things like search and destroy. Maybe footsteps aren't even in the game. There maybe a few tests to be done on that. But also about the sounds, I was very impressed with the sounds. I heard someone say, I think it was Drifter who said that when he played a game, or it might have been actually an interview of Glenn Schofield, I think so. I know he said Michael Schofield. I've been watching too much Prison Break, but he said in an interview that you're never going to hear the same sound twice. And obviously, I'm going to agree with that totally. Obviously, he developed the game, so he knows what you're talking about. But having thrown a few grenades and heard lots of gunfights, the sound system, the sound engine that they use is completely flexible. I really didn't hear the guns twice and the same grenade twice. It was all different sounds all the time, and it really kind of added to the effects of that. This is an actual war going on. It wasn't just the classic noise of a flashbang going off over and over again. It wasn't that just copy and pasted. It was a different sound depending on where the walls were, where kind of objects were blocking you from a grenade, things like that. So the sounds are really, really cool within the game, and I really, really like that feature. So hopefully that will be a good thing within the game. Obviously it will, and what matters more is probably the graphics. Now the graphics I was impressed with. I'm not sure if it will be the same on Xbox One. We were playing with Xbox One controllers, but I'm not sure if the build will be the same than it is on PC. I'm not really sure. To be honest, I don't know how it works, but whatever it was, the graphics were really, really good. I cannot stress how good I thought the graphics were. There was a lot of kind of dynamic colours, kind of good contrast between them. It wasn't all just one big blur. Even on the prison map, obviously on the outskirts of the map, it's kind of your basic colours. But even there, the colours are really like contrasty, vibrant, and it was really pleasant to look at. So hopefully all the maps will be like that. There have been a few details of more maps being released in the past day or so. There's a map on Hawaii where like a volcano explodes and you have to evacuate into another map, which is a really, really cool feature. I was watching T Martin's video on that and I was like, whoa man, that's an awesome feature. And I obviously didn't get to play that map, but when I do, it's not a DLC map, you don't have to pay anything extra for it, surprise surprise. But when the game's released, I'll be looking forward to playing that. So that's my sort of first impressions thing, a little bit of a rambly commentary about Advanced Warfare and what I think of it. What do I think of it? I am very, very impressed with it, and it's just got me even more hyped up kind of when I was kind of doing my exams in kind of April, May, and I was kind of disappointed with Ghost. I was like, I'm done with Ghost now. I'm just gonna relax for the summer once I've done my exams. That was when I was skeptical as to whether I'd buy the next Call of Duty. Then obviously with this channel, it kind of all kind of took off. We're doing really well at the moment, and really hit 500 subscribers, which is really cool. And having played the game and having seen how the game's being developed, it looks like Sledgehammer really kind of committed company and organisation when it comes to developing Call of Duty, and I'm really, really hoping that they're going to support that the whole way through the game cycle, kind of put in lots of patches in, similar to what Infinity Ward have done, but what Infinity Ward did was not put out a balanced game and didn't put out a good game when it was released, and then put patches out. And what I can tell so far from Advanced Warfare, that it will be a good game being released. Any kind of minor kind of glitches or minor bugs or OP weapons, that will be hopefully nerfed within the first few weeks or something. So I'm very, very much looking forward to the game being released on November the 3rd if you're pre-ordering it, or if you're a peasant, November the 4th if you want to be like that. But I'm going to obviously be pre-ordering it, so I'll be getting it on November the 3rd, and I cannot wait for that. And I guess me playing it at Eurogamer kind of built up the hype even more. Anyway, I've been rambling too much. Even the intro and the outro are way too long for this video, so I will shut up now. And I'll let you guys stop hearing my stupid voice. So guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Leave it a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and follow us on Twitter @RealCheckpoint. So guys, thank you for watching the video. What did I just say? I just said that in like a massive blur. It's like blah, 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 blah. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.